Dallas Cowboys sitting down here on the tennis courts with me. I was just making small talk before the show started, getting a little bit more background information, but he is right now on the hot seat, the K-Post Roofing and Waterproofing hot seat, the roofing and waterproofing partner of the Dallas Cowboys, now in his 6th season with America's team. Number 13, sir, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
Man, great job by the offense today. Does it feel like this is coming together?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're getting the pads. It comes real. And, offense is stepping up, so that's what we like to see.
And we had our guys down here kind of doing a little play-by-play, and it seemed like over the course of about 4 minutes there was 5 or 6 touchdowns. When you guys are really getting it in there.
Red zone, explosive.
Is this going to be different for the fans? Are there adjustments being made that is allowing you guys to have more success against the defense? How would you explain kind of what we've seen over the last 2 days now where the offense having a lot of success?
I would definitely say just because everybody's playing a different position. You can just put people in any spot, to be honest. Tight ends can line out wide. We can go on the inside. So everybody's just playing, every position on the field. So to be honest, the defense doesn't really know who to key in on anymore. It's not just one person they think is going to get the ball just because of our alignment. Everybody's, capable of scoring a touchdown and even getting play.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So what are the things you're enjoying now from this new look, and what are the things you like to do when the play is called in?
Really just move around. You're not just, me just normally playing the X, the last 5 years. I'm not just stuck in the boundary anymore. I can go play the field. I can motion a little bit just to change it up, move around a little bit more, be more free. So I think that's what I like the most when I hear the play call come in.
What about all the bunch sets that we're starting to see here? That's something we talked about a lot. You see that with other offenses throughout the league. We haven't seen it a ton during your time here, but we're noticing out on the practice fields. What kind of difference is that for you?
Oh, yeah. We got little Brandin Cooks, and we got CD. And then we got a bunch of other players that fill in there over in the bunch, and I'm getting in the mix a little bit. But, just seeing it, it's you can spray out, you can go in, folks can go under. It's a lot of mesh routes, a lot of people trying to play man. You just can't do that in that bunch set. It's too hard to cover us.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it really stood out during the 2-minute drill, that mojo moment, right? You guys went 5 for 5 during that 2-minute drill. Dak was pinpoint, but it created just a ton of free room for the receivers to make plays.
Definitely, especially when we go on the ball quick. Dak likes to go quick. That's when he's in his groove. When he's just sitting there calling stuff, we're just moving fast. That's how he's wired. That's how he thinks. And especially with us, we're all just a bunch of speed guys, so we can move in and out any way you want to, and Dak knows exactly where to put the ball.
You mentioned Brandin Cooks. What type of impact has he had on you personally and just this offense in general?
Man, Brandin Cooks is somebody you want in the locker room. To be honest, I don't know how he's been on so many different teams. That don't make no sense to me. I'd want him in my locker room, all his years. But he's a smart guy, savvy guy. The first day he came in, he was already teaching us, just how to prepare yourself, how to, train your body to be more consistent and stay, relevant in this league. And he's been doing that for, 10 years now? So I'm going to listen to whatever he's got to say.
Hey, Michael, how glad are you to put last year behind you? And some of the things and there was probably some things that you were going through with your rehab, and you and Britt Brown did a hell of a job even to get that thing back. Matter of fact, you were on the courts today. I saw you give Britt a hug, and, you two have that special bond. But how difficult was last year, and how grateful are you to be in a whole different mindset going forward here?
Definitely, like you said, I give all my thanks to Britt. He worked with me the whole offseason, last 2 years, and even now it's I still got to get, warmed up by him. I don't even warm up with the guys over there. I let him do his thing. But just the patience that he had with me, because I've never had an injury like that. It was something I never had to go through. But getting last year behind me, there was good and there was bad. Coming back, my first game, I scored a touchdown. That's good. Next couple games, it just didn't feel like MG still. But just to get that year, get through it and come out healthy like I did, that was a big positive for me. And that's, big motivation that you needed. So.
And not to harp too much on last year, but we talk so much about, or we hear everybody talking about communication with the offense, and sometimes things can lead to turnovers and stuff. What does that mean to you, in terms of communication with the quarterback and the play caller and making sure everybody's on the same page so we're not falling into turnovers that we shouldn't be?
Yeah, I know I definitely had some just because I wasn't able to be out on the field with them. Communication is big. If the quarterback looks at you and he gives you some type of signal, maybe even just eyes, that's something that you work on through practice. And if I'm not out there at practice and then I go out there and play in the game, I'm screwing the whole team. You know what I'm saying? So just trying not to be, that guy. But Yeah, I mean, that's big. Communication, you got to have it.
And how much of that goes down in the backyard? I'm so fascinated by the backyard. How much action did you get out there this offseason?
That was a lot. We had a lot of work out there, a lot of good work. But you got to have those days, when he just hits you up at 8 in the morning, throwing at 11. Be there if you want to. I mean, everybody's going to show up.
Yeah.
You want that action, but I mean, it's just the camaraderie, and then I mean, even if you have some bad plays or whatever out there, it's just like make them happen out there.
Right.
When we get to training camp, we going.
Now, what's the hospitality like? I'm fascinated. Like, has he got snacks? Is he rolling out the red carpet for you boys? What's the deal? I imagine football's version of, like, cart girls at the golf course, like rolling up and squirting that Gatorade right there on you for you.
Nah, he got all his dogs. He's got all his dogs out there. He's got little Bean running around. You know what I'm saying? She'll come up and give us a little high five and stuff, and then we'll run a route. But, he's always got it for us. He's got breakfast, when we're done. He's always got Gatorades out there for us. We're good, hit some golf balls when we're done. But it's fun over there.
Are you dog guy as well?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got English Bulldog.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, his name's Pork Chop.
Oh, nice. What's the secret with the pork chops? What's the secret with the pork chops?
Secret with the pork chops?
See, he's going to ask you a question that's a bit of theirs,
People have
been asking us to bring that back. What's the secret with pork
Perfect
chops?
timing.
Nobody knows what the hell I'm asking. I don't even know what I'm asking. But you never know. Maybe you get a good response.
I'm over here thinking about you like eating dog or something. I'm not
It's Michael Gallup here with us in the GBag Nation. Do you cook, though?
I do cook.
What do you like? What do you like to make?
I'll throw a steak on the grill so fast. Don't even matter. Some mashed potatoes in there, a little asparagus on the grill. We're good.
Now you're a Southern guy. You went to Colorado State, but so the question kind of comes back to barbecue in Texas, and it being year 6. Have you dabbled in that? And how do you enjoy a good Texas barbecue plate?
I have. I like going over to Hutchins. I don't know if you guys know what that's.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The half chicken, the smoked half chicken
Oh.
is the best half chicken.
Solid.
Yeah,
But,
that's good taste right there.
Hard eight's not too bad, but I keep it over there at Hutchins for the most part.
Now, you mentioned the backyard. How's Zeke?
Zeke,
Yeah, how's Zeke? When's the last time you talked to Zeke?
I mean, he comes over there with us he's been over there a couple times with us when we were throwing in the backyard. And Zeke looks like, old Zeke.
Yeah.
We don't really talk about, his whole situation because it's hard to talk about.
It
He's
is.
1-2-1 over here, but
You guys miss him?
everybody does. Zeke,
Yeah.
a leader in here. He was everybody's friend. He's always good people.
How much do you get to match up on the new corner, Stephon Gilmore? What can you tell us about him?
I feel like I'm matched up with him pretty much every time.
You made a damn good. Hey, you made a damn good play on
You
him
did.
in the end zone,
Appreciate it.
back of the end zone, right there.
Yes,
Good
sir.
coverage, better offense.
I also
sir.
apologize. There was one play you were going up against. We caught the ball
Yeah.
about the 2-yard line. He drove you out of bounds, and I quickly tried to dip out the way. You ran right into the fence. I should have caught you.
No, you
Yeah.
good.
I
It was a rookie move.
apologize.
Yeah, we had this discussion
I'm
before
so
you came
sorry.
on. I'm like, man, you can't let the guy hit the fence.
No,
bro.
you're right.
You got to catch him.
He wasn't here 2 years ago when you hit the fence
No,
back
I-
there.
Flipped over. That's
We had to
you know,
do
this one
yeah.
I couldn't do that. There's too many fans over there. I might hit somebody.
No, I should have stood in the way and been the marshmallow there to kind of break the fall.
Hey, look, I'm not even mad at you. One of them pads hit you. It's tough.
Yeah, it would have made for great video. Gallup truck sticking Walchuk into the fence. I wouldn't have mind seeing that. But okay, so when it comes to Gilmore and it comes to these DBs, it seems like there's some fun interaction. Like Trayvon Diggs is a guy that likes to talk a little bit. Who else likes to talk out there? Everybody.
JK
Kurtz,
definitely
yeah.
likes to talk. But, I mean, that's part of his game. That's part of
Right.
his game. DB, I mean, Trey don't really even talk. I mean, he talk more to Dak than he does to wide receivers. He don't really talk to us. JK definitely talks. To be honest, that's really about it. A lot of folks don't really be talking that much until we're done with practice.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Now, what about in the games? Like, have you noticed? Is there opposing players that you've run into that do a lot of talking on the field?
Honestly, not really. A lot of folks don't really be talking to me. Because I don't talk. I mean, I don't really need to. I let my play talk for itself.
I was going to ask you this. You are amazing when it comes to contorting your body to know exactly how to take your really long body and make it really small to get feet down. Okay, you have to have a ballet background or something that at Colorado State, did you have a class or something? Because your footwork, when it's really, really tight, is that something just naturally that comes to you, or is it something that you've worked on throughout your life?
Honestly, I don't really think you can work on that. It's just a reaction.
It's a mom and dad, God-given talent right there. There you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just I'm trying to make a play. That's it. That's all
It's
I'm
amazing
thinking about.
how how you get feet in that just small area is amazing to me.
Yes, sir.
It really is.
Amazes myself sometimes. Too.
I've stopped when they go to the replay. I've stopped
It's
thinking
in.
it might
it's
be
in.
out.
Yeah,
I
no,
know
it's in. If it's him, you just go, it's in.
Yeah,
You know, come
somehow.
on, move the game on. Let's go. You know? Yeah.
Just okay. What can you tell us about Tolbert getting more going this year in year 2, and then Turpin? We're seeing more highlights out there from Turpin. Are these guys going to show up on Sundays for you?
Oh, easily. Tolbert's came a long way. Last year, I mean, it was just, we kind of threw him in there. Yeah. He was just a little bit, shaking a little bit. But now it's just like he knows the whole offense from front to back. He can play any position he wants to, and he's a daggone good athlete. So I need to watch out for my job, to be honest. He's coming.
What is Michael Gallup's favorite play in the playbook?
Favorite play in the playbook? Red zone. We inside the 5. Throw that fade.
Could you give us a little offensive play call, like what it sounds like?
Or does Dak just look at you in the huddle and say, "We're going with the fade"? Michael.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
If you ever see Dak throw up the little deuces on the side of him, just know where that ball's
It's going to MG?
Just know where that ball's going.
What about the growth that we've seen from CD? Like, he just finally debuted on the top 100 list. They've got him as the 6th best wide receiver in football. It seems like people are finally starting to appreciate CD Lamb for his game.
That's just because everybody don't like the Cowboys. That's the problem here. Everybody wants to hate against the Cowboys. They really like us. They just want to hate against us. But it's all good. CD's definitely a top 5 wide receiver, easily. Yeah. That boy's grown so much every single year. He just keeps getting better, and better.
Okay, do you get any of his hand-me-down clothes? I hear he's like he talks about going through clothes like crazy.
Well,
he's a shopping machine.
My gosh.
He's like he's a fashion man. I didn't know how much trading goes on.
No, I don't take no hand-me-downs from CD. No, I ain't doing that.
Are you a big fashion guy yourself?
Not really, and I'll leave that for him. He's got all that for the whole wide receiver group. He's got it. You can have that.
Okay, then explain the fashion you guys are rolling with, one legging on and one legging off. All right,
sharp,
I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, something's going on here. And did Simi have something to do with this? Because he seems like a guy that would kind of get everybody to try, like, let's go one legging on. You go left leg, I'll go right leg, and we'll do that kind of stuff.
It's really CD had started that, so I used to wear, in college, I used to wear one sleeve.
Right.
CD definitely used to wear one sleeve in college, but he's been doing that. Simi started a couple days ago. JT's been doing it since he got in the league.
Right.
I just put it on today. CD was like, you might as well just try it. And I was like, all right, I'll go back to it. But
well, it worked for you because you kicked ass today.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate
I could see all these receivers in there with training scissors in the locker room cutting their. Like, oh man, I cut it too much.
We need to start making them like that.
Going back to the Bucky.
Make them like that.
Do they really?
We're really old school. That's why we be having stilled alone pants.
Yeah, I can see Bucky and Mike McCord like going, wait a minute, my receivers are going through all their tights right now. What's going on here? Yeah.
MG, thank you so much for joining us. I know you got a roll, but congrats on an awesome career now, and best of luck to you this year, fending off the young guys. Don't feel any. You're the man, dude. You got this.
Dude, we're excited to see you back healthy, man.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Michael Gallup with you right here in the GBag Nation.